Hi, I'm Love. I'm from Crada team, a marketplace for creatives. This digest is about current trends in mobile gaming ads, and if you want to stay tuned, watch the video and hit the like button. Today we will focus only on new video creative trends for all gaming genres over a one-week period from the 12th to the 18th of March for both platforms iOS and Android. As for the geo, it will be worldwide, and as for the networks, there will be a plugin, Google Ads, Facebook, ironSource, Unity and Wangle. Before we begin, let me explain who we are. We are Crada, a marketplace for creatives. We make some high-performing ads for mobile games, apps and other products. We are here to be your breath of fresh air or just to help your team scale. Let's connect and see how we can improve the performance of your creatives. So, let's begin. Let's start with one of the freshest and hottest trends called... Yes, a hot trend is called, I didn't mix anything up. Company Century Games Pty Ltd released two games in September and December 2022, Whiteout Survival and Frozen City. They are different from each other, but they have one thing in common. They are both about winter and survival. Frozen City received over 4 million installs in both January and February, and their attempts to adapt its mechanics or even completely copy their creatives. If you can adapt it to your game and add snow and survival elements there, go for it. At least your designers will enjoy freezing all the characters, and in the best case you will get a well-performing creative. All people love to have their problems solved for them, because that's how people are wired. And this is just a treasure trove of new ideas for a creative producer. Think about what problem your game solves specifically. It has no ads. It works without internet access and can be played on the road. Or you can solve the problems of other games, your competitors. For example, user can play your game while lives run out in another game, or you're against misleading ads and can emphasize that. And even if you are not against it and actively use misleading ads, no one has died from a couple of non-misleading creatives yet. Just think about what's cool about your game and what problems your target audience has, and focus on that in ads. Even if your game helps people relax, that's also important, and you can show that. With the widespread use of social networks and live videos about ourselves and our lives, people are getting more and more used to this type of content, finding it interesting and understandable. That's why you can always show a live person in a video expressing their opinion about your game, or reacting to what's happening, or even acting out a mini scene as is popular on TikTok. The video doesn't have to be high quality, as we can see from the examples, it doesn't have to be a professional actor, and it doesn't have to be a native speaker. The most important thing here is the person's emotions and what they think. But especially if your game's audience is young and is definitely using TikTok and Instagram, give it a try. And if your audience is older, try adapting this idea for them, not just in terms of the age of the actors, but also in the way they speak and in the video editing. In almost every digest, I talk about the fact that sometimes you need to remember the good old mechanics of games that used to be popular. We already talked about Tetris, you can watch this video again here. And now I want to show you 3 cool examples of how you can adapt such simple mechanics to your game. For example, Playrix made fireplace construction using Tetris and collecting coins for different situations by moving blocks with the same mechanics as in hyper-casual games. And in general, it's kind of similar to Tetris, because you need to fill the entire row for it to disappear. And Lord Mobile made a creative with matching shapes together, which is also kind of similar to Tetris, because the shapes have to match perfectly. What does this tell us? That we need to break down the mechanics and games into small components and try to adapt them. Just try to think more precisely or, on the contrary, more broadly, and you will be surprised at how many ideas you can get from anything using this approach. And finally, I think everyone remembers the tower mechanics and the numerous attempts by different companies to copy these creative ideas, adapt them, and come up with something new. So far, some companies do not give up and try on new versions of towers, and some of them are definitely worth your attention and attempts to repeat or adapt to your game. For example, you can use towers as hooks and then show gameplay. Choose level of your character. Arrange the tower elements yourself. Connect characters by holding hands. Combine towers with match 2 or match 3 mechanics. And even add more complex movements in space. What do these examples show us? They show us that something that works well can be adapted and iterated for a very long time. All you need is imagination and experiments. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully this digest was helpful and inspired you to try out some new ideas with your creatives. Please share your feedback or suggestions for the upcoming videos in the comments, and of course don't forget to click the like button to support us and subscribe to our channel to stay tuned. My best wishes for your creative ideas. Bye bye!